So why it's not a good idea to try and help someone when they're in a struggle. So here's what happens. When someone's struggling, it means that they're viewing their life through the lens of the ego. Anything to do with discontent or fear gestalts the whole deal. So if someone is viewing their reality through the lens of ego, they're actually not up to speed to have a conversation with someone that is in alignment, and it will not serve the person in alignment because it will show that they're not in constant alignment, because they're still lowering their vibration to try to help this being. Now, the only being that can help the being that's down is the being that's down, because that's when you're on your own. That's when you separate yourself completely from the one. And so the only thing to do in those times, even if you know exactly what's going on, because you cannot tell someone that's down anything. Like, you go from being the most wisest being to, like, if you could just shut up, that would be really nice. That's what they're thinking. They're thinking, if you could just, because I just about had enough of hearing advice right now, I think I'm going to just do it my own way for a bit. That's how the ego talks. It's not the being. We never take responsibility for ego energy, because all it is this ancient karmic attachment of ideas that we've co-created, and so it constantly knows where our weaknesses is, and it just will jump in and just bring us back. When you see someone struggling and viewing through a lens that doesn't suit them, all you can do is look at them and say, I definitely can see myself in there. I have had that struggle, and I have been brought to freedom from that struggle. So I won't struggle with them, because that will never help them. That will actually provoke them into more struggle. And I will just hold this beautiful vibration that I've been honored to experience right now. And I will send compassionate love to them, knowing that if I made it from there to here, they're definitely going to make it from there to here. But I'm not going to kibosh it, and I'm not going to get in God's way anymore. I'm not going to disturb someone else's relationship with God, because every time we go outside of ourselves, we can't go in and out at the same time. And that's another thing about your breath. Your breath is creation. Every breath in is like the matter, and every breath out is antimatter. So you're born and you die. So if you'll notice, when you breathe in, you can't speak and you can't play a musical instrument. You pretty much can't do anything but take that breath, because that's your gift. That's the prana that gives you your experience. And then on the way out, what we tend to do is just spew stories. But really, if on the way out, like, I remember being in India and being on mushrooms and walking down the street and going, thank you, God. Don't want to fuck it up. Thank you, God. Help me not fuck it up. Thank you, God, for helping me. And it just felt like I was actually being cognitive, that I was creating when I was breathing out. And it was a very influential place to be in, because, you know, it's all we do. So to be cognitive of it is just that it's a gift, and that it comes from such a sacred source, and that was so very powerful and so very holy. It's not them, it's a collective deal. It's not us and them, it's we. We're playing. Some have got nice roles and some have got sinister ones. But we're all beautiful, infinite beings of God's love. And God, just for the record, isn't like a dude with a beard. I'm not like that. It's everything. God is creation. God is expression. God is all that is, was, or ever will be. God is the infinite one true creator. It is the compassionate intelligence that surrounds all things, beings.